We have begun.
Yay!
Hello everybody, welcome to Damsels and Dice.
It's a little dicey, but this is how
we roll.
It took a little bit of a second there. Welcome back. Thanks for sticking with everybody. Let's go ahead and jump right in because we don't necessarily have any announcements other than we're all sleep deprived. So
and drinking lots of coffee.
Cheers. So, as a slight recap from last time, the adventuring party, Nora, Talavin, Talel, and Zoom all continue to trek through the swamps. After discussing what they should do, elected to go to the next fairy village to, for lack of a better term, save everyone. They were traveling in hopes of preventing another mass destruction event. Many days of travel passed, and as they reached the edge of the barrier, the first barrier which protects the village, found one of their favorite enemies. But before it could even approach, they managed to slay the beast. Nora and Talel continued on forward, pressing through the different barriers in hopes to not arouse suspicion, but to gather the attention for a discussion. You harvested many of these crocodile parts, finding a familiar-looking bow and a cloak.
An unfamiliar hair, so it might be
unfamiliar.
But it's just somewhere in trouble.
Look.
We have to find her.
No.
I don't know where we're gonna go.
We got to go find the city and find some horses!
Oh, we have a lot to do.
So much.
They were invited to speak with the council. Talel managed to gather enough trust to summon a meeting, in which case you all met the council members and the queen. A discussion was had, very many tense moments. Words were spoken, and at the very end, it seemed like there was a tentative acknowledgement to the upcoming danger, and a precautionary measure was going to be taken. But just before the meeting ended, it was reminded to Talel that he had many life debts to pay to his traveling companions.
It's okay.
And in exchange for your payment to remedy the situation and make sure that the perpetrators are, as you so well put it, no longer among us. Talel had engraved on his on his flesh a mark of service.
Only because they were gonna kill him.
He was going to be arrested for crimes. And revealing the location of several villages, which technically goes against his oath, regardless of his good intentions.
They were gonna kill him for trying to protect them.
He said he was most likely gonna be found guilty and executed.
Most likely.
So he did the right thing. But you're correct.
But now he's been excommunicated.
Yeah. But he was that anyway. Because of his wings. And
probably.
mean to him.
One of the council members, Tarragon, Lightfoot, came by afterwards and began having a discussion with him in hopes to possibly glean some additional information about the attackers. You all bathed, gathered together yourselves, and fell into unconsciousness.
I took first watch.
You did take first watch.
Don't trust.
Don't trust.
Well, I mean, Briar and Newt did say they weren't going to keep watch for us. They were just going to watch us. So
Their responsibility was to make sure that you all didn't do anything crazy. There were other guards.
While I'm on watch, do they talk about anything?
You can make a perception check. 17. For the most part, they are a little bit quiet. Briar, the kind of auburn-haired one, at one point kind of starts talking with his friend, the blonde named Newt. And it seems like the overall gist of the conversation that you get from reading their lips, because you took that feat
I did.
when you leveled up last round, is that they, after seeing the interactions between you all and Talal, after kind of watching your all's interpersonal communications, as well as a very interesting interaction from Talavin, they're just starting to question as to whether or not they need to be keeping watch on you, as it was reported earlier that day that it seemed like there was some credibility. There was a message that came in, our messenger who came forth and said that there might be some credibility to this.
Okay.
So you watch them for a little bit, and they seem to have kind of come to this consensus, and you see their eyes, dart over, and they're watching, but it seems a little bit less guarded. They seem slightly more relaxed
Okay.
as they're watching. You all haven't tried anything.
Okay. Well then, for the rest of my watch, since I have them as well, I'm gonna keep working on my next rune. What's it called? My next ritual in my Book of Ancient Secrets. Just
Alright.
working on it for maybe an hour or so.
Sounds good. If you're working on that, you're not as watching around during your watch, so make a perception check at disadvantage.
17.
17. It's still really high. You, looking around from time to time, you hear, which, when you're used to that eerie quiet of the swamps, hearing that is almost alarming. But overall, you don't see anything else.
Okay.
Talavin.
Oh, can I just get one nice and peaceful sleep? No.
I can't get my nice.
You are pulled into unconsciousness and find your eyes open once again to that same still lake, the same mountain range, the endless sky where you cannot discern earth from sky.
Is the moon there tonight?
There's a sliver of moon, very faint sliver,
Just like the
high
very
as
end.
on the very edge.
I look around. What do I see? Do I see Babe? Do I see Malik? Do I see anybody?
You can make a perception check. See what you can see.
Like a weird dream then. $18.
18. Glancing about, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary, anything peculiar. You don't see the flaming eyes across the water. You don't hear the familiar spark of a lightning strike.
The sound of my own nightmares. What?
What?
What? I didn't say nothing. Okay. Well then, I'm going to step away from the water. And I'm going to so obviously, like, Talavin doesn't really know that much about, like, deities and, like, how they work. So, like, she's just going to, like, sit down and, like, meditate, and she's going to, like, repeat her prayer that she did from the other night to, Eilistraee. And then if nothing happens, she's gonna, I don't know, I need to continue to practice my
Make a religion check.
religion trick. Let's see, religion, ooh, that's not very good. 18.
18. You get the sense that the same prayer might not have been enough.
Yeah.
If you are seeking something specific, you're going to have to reach out again and not just recite the same words.
Okay. Let me think about it. Gonna have to think about how to pray. For today, I'm just gonna say the same thing because I'm gonna have to, like, work on my prayers.
You look up at the moon after reciting this, and the sliver of moon is almost waned completely.
That's okay. I'm just gonna have to learn to pray better. Let's see. I want to practice my wings. So I'm going to focus. I can hear electricity in my head as I focus. Let's see. What am I going to think about today? Something like the intelligence is actually pretty high today. I don't really know a lot of intelligent things.
It's high today.
Only today. Only today.
I'm gonna think about so many dreams to like glean information from. So many words. I guess I'm gonna think about that last battle that we had with the half-orc and the manticore. And I'm gonna think about how it was technically, I can't remember. So I got my wings. So I summoned, did I get my wings that battle? I don't think I did.
During what?
That battle? Yeah.
Yeah, did I?
You did.
Yeah, because you called Crater and then...
And then I just got them?
You were focusing, yeah.
Okay. Oh, that did. Oof.
Go focus on...
What do you do? You're sitting there by the lake. You see the moon waning almost before your eyes.
Wow. I don't remember what I was thinking about then. I was just thinking about... okay, well, I'm going to think about... like how I felt that like immediate like pit in my stomach when I saw that half-orc drop Talel into his mouth. And there's like that panic that I felt kind of almost, because I was like, this is exactly what I don't want to happen. Like, this is what I want to prevent. And I guess I might, yeah. And so I'm going to kind of just like channel that feeling and like try to like think about how I can use that feeling to like make me stronger.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw. 9. You start trying to focus on that, and you remember the look in Tala's face earlier that day. And just kind of all of that information, the way that the council seemed to treat him. You're not sure what might have transpired for kind of this hostility. He was apparently of some kind of rank. He held some kind of respect. Why? Well, was there a change, or is it just this particular individual, and your mind just goes adrift and starts thinking about that?
Okay, well then I'm going to think about, since I'm thinking about Talel, I'm thinking about this, I'm also going to think about that feeling when I was able, even though I'm probably also going to smell that disgusting smell of orc guts, but I'm going to think about how relieved I felt when I did find him and he was alive.
Yeah, make another wisdom saving throw. You're focusing on that.
10. Still thinking about orc guts.
The savageness of what happened still distracts you.
Okay.
You're glad that he's safe, but you feel that protective energy surging in your body, but you're also caught in that moment of being distraught, of that sweeping relief as he gagged and breathed once again.
Okay, well then I guess I'll think about Malik's words.
Last time, let's see, he said, that's not the dream, that's a crocodile.
It's a nightmare.
You hear it coming from the woods. No!
Eilistraee, no! Wake up! I'm gonna think about how that I don't want to think of the concerned look that he gave me, but like the words, like when he was not scolding, talking, but kind of scolding me, and how he said, you know, you have to be able to control yourself unless you want to become the thing that you, I think he said like fear the most, or the thing that you're like trying to, or you have to control yourself, or you are no better than what you want, or like, and so I'm just gonna kind of like basically like interpret that, like I kind of interpret that a little bit like he's saying that like if I don't control myself, I'll basically become like my brother, and like how that's everything that's going against everything that I like want to be. So I'm just gonna kind of think about how like I want to be, instead of being the one that like wants to like seek revenge and like you know enact their anger on others, I want to be the one that people come to for like protection and like healing and safety.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm trying to will yourself to be something. Make a charisma saving throw.
That's not good. I'm not gonna go with that again. 14.
14. You do start feeling that energy coalesce.
This is taking a long time. Okay. Something stronger.
You glance back up, and the moon still is becoming that very faint sliver.
I'm gonna stop glancing up.
There's a problem. Let's just ignore it.
It is what it is. I'm going to... Okay, so I'm not going to will myself to be anything because I'm not charismatic enough for that. Let's think. What's something smart? I don't know. I'm going to do some... This is so hard. I just can't like think of stuff like this.
It's okay.
Why don't you re-pray to your person about the servitude?
Well, I guess I could ask.
That's why
him
the
about
moon
it.
is disappearing.
You're not there.
I think it was because I was saying the exact same thing I said last time. Okay, well, I guess I will think about it, because it kind of made me a little angry. But I was able to control myself, so I'm kind of proud of myself. I'm going to think of that kind of like... I'm going to kind of like make that connection between like Talal and I, like... He's now been like... basically, like cast out of his like family, I guess. And I'm going to kind of like make that... Like, I kind of know how he feels in that way. Just because, like, my family was killed and I was cast out from, like, everything that I knew. And how, like, I want to...
I don't want to say I want to... Well, I guess I want to fix it.
But, like, I want to, like, be there to, like, comfort him and, like,
I don't know. I guess just like...
keep him safe. Because, like, I feel like now, like, he's, like, my responsibility to, like, protect and, like, be his family until we can fix this.
You're riding a line right in between the two.
Of...
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh, that one's kind of good. That's a 23.
You feel that energy starting to pool and coalesce, pulling from your limbs as it sparks out and immediately, very quickly now, is drawn to your back. Feel it rush up your spine, that exhilarating feeling. You're starting to feel that white hot burn that makes between hot and cold on your shoulders.
I'm going to then think about how thinking about family makes me think, I guess, about like, I don't really want to think about my parents. I don't really want to think about that either. I'm going to think about that, like, that first instinct, like when I saw the queen kind of like wave towards the guards, and like my immediate reaction was to like protect Talal, and I want to like and like in my head I'm like, that's what I want to embody, that like immediate reaction to like protect those against harm.
Make a charisma saving throw.
Fuck. Damn it. Six.
Thinking of kind of the cold, callous way, she waved her hand. She was calculating. She wanted to see your reaction, but also, in a way, wanted to put him in his place. And in that moment, managed to achieve both, and that just distracts you, and you start feeling the energy dissipate. And starting to fade.
Okay, well, fine. You know what? I'm gonna get a little angry. Because I'm thinking about it in the moment, and like how, yes, I controlled my anger in the moment, but like, just the way that she was so dismissive of someone who, who I considered to be someone strong enough to, like, you know, even though he was breaking the rules, to just be able to like accept that kind of consequence from his own people, just to try to protect them, even if they were going to be so dismissive of him. Like, I don't know, just, I kind of get like angry thinking about how, like, or like angry and sad at the same time, because like I would hope that I would never be like that, because I would never want someone to treat me that way, and how, like, I don't know, just like thinking about like how I want to change that. Like, that's something that like I want to change. Like the way that if somebody would just be so dismissive of like their own kind, even though they were only there to help them and protect them from such a, in my opinion, like such an evil thing.
Make another charisma saving throw.
Charisma. I'm gonna get some new dice, you better behave.
I need to learn how to...
No, and get the new dice. 6.
Six. You get so frustrated that, how could they be so dismissive? What could possibly be worth shunning one of your own? What could possibly be so... What could he have done? He's only ever tried to be cooperative, even though some words were conflicting, even though there were different stories about his kind. We were able to put that aside. What could there have been? And you feel the energy fade.
Okay. I'm kind of done trying to do this kind of stuff right now. You know, Malik did say that there was like a stranger running around in these woods. Probably wouldn't be able to find him. It's kind of a big place.
I don't know.
Guess I can try to pray again.
Pray. Well, what do people pray about?
And I guess I'll pray out loud, because that seems to be the only kind of praying people like these days. I'll just say,
Okay, that kind of That sounds good. Okay, that sounds a little good. Okay, I'll say that.
I'll just say, you know, like, Eilistraee, I have a friend that I'm trying to help, and I want to protect him, but I feel like I hurt him more by helping him than, and put him in a worse position, I guess, by trying to protect him, because I didn't agree with his kind's, I guess, rules. But I want to continue to help him and protect him and keep him safe throughout the journey that is ahead of us. And I hope that we can, I don't know, I guess, save his people from any further devastation than they have already succumbed to. That's all. Thank you.
Make a religion check.
Yeah. First one, religion. I need to become better at religion. I hate you. 17.
17?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Look, I wanted the
You didn't
17
like
earlier when I was trying to
number?
get the wings. I wanted to go fly around. Okay? I want the 17 when I'm trying to fly.
Your dice knows what's good for you.
No!
It's like the medicine.
Don't know what's good for me.
You're taking that moment and you're speaking out loud and you want to help protect, you want to help embody these things. You know Malik spoke to your passion and that you shouldn't let it overtake you, and asking for guidance in this moment. So you think a moment and speaking out loud. You watch the moon fade.
Sucks.
Before seeing there's just a few lights somewhere in the forest. And then like an eye blinking open, there's suddenly a full moon.
Well, I thought it was going to be an eyeball. I was like,
A full moon hanging above the lake. And as you're caught in that moment, you glance back down and you see a figure standing on the water.
Oh, shit. Okay, that shit did pretty
You
good.
see nude female. Although her form is somewhat hard to fully see, there are parts of her that seem obscured. Her skin, very much like Malik's, is this dark obsidian. She has these silvery eyes and this white hair that just flows around her, cascading down, almost flowing like water around her. You see she's standing silently on top of the water, with her hands clasped before her. Her eyes just watching you. You can see by the way her cheeks are set, by the way her ears peek out from underneath of her white, the snow silvery white hair. And she is most likely elven.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
Her eyes are staring at you, and curiously she blinks.
and I'm like sitting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I imagined you were.
Yeah, and I think I said I was.
You were kind of meditating, you were thinking about stuff. And she begins walking across the water.
Get that. I think I kind of like sit there
Step.
like a little stunned.
After step, she approaches. The water does not ripple beneath her feet, even though you see it make contact. You can see the impression of her bare foot. One foot after the other, after the other. And she walks directly up to you. She is shorter than you.
Oh.
Around 4.5 foot. So she looks at you, stares curiously. She bends down, making direct eye contact with you. And she just smiles. No teeth, just... And in this ethereal and this kind of breathy voice, I will give you the strength. And she touches your chin. Very soft. You can protect them. She leans forward and kisses your forehead. And you just feel this radiant energy just pour over your forehead, down through your entire body. With this warm, tender light. And she looks at you. I've admired you for your ferocity for a time now. And she leans up. Your mentor is guiding you well so far. Her voice almost has this echoing through the woods as she speaks. What would you have me help you with? What would you have me do?
Oh shit.
In exchange for your allegiance. In exchange for your assistance in bringing joy and justice to the world. Her hands go back to clasping before her. She stares at you.
Priorities. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of like, I don't want to. I'll keep like looking at her. I don't want to like break eye contact.
The way she's standing now, the moon is almost a halo around her head.
Oh, she's so cool.
And I'm just gonna kind of, but I'm not like trying to be super loud, but just kind of like speaking softly. I'm just gonna kind of say, I want to learn how to heal. I want to be able to heal those that are hurt around me.
She nods. Simple enough. Being able to aid your comrades in battle is essential, as is the ferocity to continue. The voice goes up to echo.
She's so cool.
She smiles again. Focus hard. Train well. As she stepping away, her form seems to enlarge step after step after step. Now she's no longer this shorter elven individual. She's now as tall as the mountains themselves. As her form
I just kind of like
vanishes.
am in an awe. Just like,
She's so cool.
And you
Yeah,
hear,
don't-
before you wake up, keep to my tenets.
her what?
Her tenets.
Okay.
Are those the rules?
Probably.
Like the one you just broke?
Yep.
For a good cause.
Yes.
Her form vanishes, her eyes becoming the stars themselves.
She's so cool.
Noise.
Wake up! Where's the moon?
Where's she look?
I don't know. What?
You are shaken to consciousness by Zoom.
But no, I was taking second watch.
You were taking
Yeah.
second watch.
I was
Okay,
taking
okay.
second watch.
You feel your cousin shake your shoulder as you come to consciousness. Look about.
To watch.
Okay.
Nothing.
I'm just gonna kind of like, just gonna be like, okay. Get up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like, go sit, I don't know, somewhere with a good vantage point.
You want to sit down?
I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Nora, you fade into unconsciousness.
I said I wouldn't get another.
And though you fade into that unconsciousness, you can still feel that presence. And it soothes you. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Can I also, is everybody asleep now?
Everyone's asleep.
Talo asleep?
It seems like it.
Where is he?
He's sleeping near Zoom as usual. What are you
I fell
rolling for?
asleep again. I did the perception check.
What's your perception check?
Yeah. It's a 1.
You still feel that warmth against your forehead, where she essentially gave her blessing to you. And you glance up at the moon, and though there are many symbols of deities that relate to the moon, but in this moment you look up and you can't help but think she's looking for you. She's looking down on you.
Oh, I'm
You are
being very
you are a little bit distracted in the moment.
The moon!
Oh. Yikes. Alright, what the crocodile comes and eats me while I'm not paying attention.
The first hour and 2 hours go by. And it's almost time to wake Zoom up. But you hear something. Make another perception check.
Okay, you get to make another one.
I thought that was a 4. I was
It's a
gonna
7?
cry! It's a 7!
Okay.
But it's plus 6, so 13. I literally thought that was a 1. I was about to just like
Ooh.
go online and buy a new die.
Eat the dice. Eat the dice.
It deceives me.
You hear the sounds of many wings fluttering, flying. As you glance up, you see your two guards, Briar and Newt, both kind of looking around. They look hesitant to leave you, but also trying to figure out what's going on.
I'm gonna kind of be like,
stay here.
okay, we want
Stay.
to leave. We want to leave.
Stay.
Okay.
And they both take off back in the direction.
Come back with any
And the
information if we can help. Okay, you're already gone.
You breathe in, you smell something burning.
I go and wake everybody up.
You go over and shake Nora awake. You shake Zoom awake, and he kind of jumps up with a start. His hair is kind of off to the side.
And I'm gonna kind of like pick Talel up and be like, you need to wake up. Because I don't want to like shake him awake like I did last time. I don't want to get stabbed.
When you grab him, you didn't say really how delicate.
Isn't he like, well, I'm not, so he's usually like wrapped in that like scarf, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna kind of like scoop the scarf up a little bit and just be like, you need to wake up.
His face stirs and he just jolts awake when he realizes he's no longer on the ground. Yes?
And I'd be like, you need to get up. I think there's something burning.
He looks around. You can't really see through the fabric. He's trying to get
I'm
out.
gonna unwrap him and I'll put them on my shoulder.
Alright, Nora, you can make a perception check at this point if you want.
10. I was asleep.
You are smelling the smoke, and Zoom immediately kind of goes and grabs his own bow, grabs his quiver, and kind of looks to you guys.
I'm gonna kind of whistle
have
for
to go.
Warrior to wake up. Because he's probably still snoozing.
Make an animal handling check.
Okay. He's gonna stay there.
And we were all
Unnatural 20.
Nice.
You go and you, Warrior, get up! You kind of shake him, and a lazy eye just opens and blinks at you.
And then I kind of give him a stern look and be like, you need to get up now.
He gets up, shakes. He still has
Okay.
his blanket, he still has everything on him.
Okay,
Make another.
No, we don't. We just-
with your passive perception, as you're kind of gathering up your
Yeah.
things, you do hear shouts.
Okay,
Very faint
I'm like,
shouts.
we need to go now.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna take off running to the sounds.
You take off running. Zoom follows directly.
I'm gonna make
behind
sure
you.
that I have all my weapons because I think I didn't pick up my, technically I didn't have my my scimitar with me when I was on watch. I just had my rest of my stuff.
You all grab up your materials and begin running as fast as you can back through the trail that you.
I'm gonna
had
tell Warrior to
before.
stay there because I don't. I'm gonna tell him to just kind of like keep guard of like our
He
things.
starts trying. Kind of looks at you like, you got me up for this, really.
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't want you to trample on anything.
He stomps a couple of times and begins kind of circling the camp.
Okay.
keeping an eye out.
I don't feel bad that it gets hurt, but that's okay. Okay.
You run faster and faster, the trees kind of whirring past your vision. And you can see now there is faint firelight, faint smoke stacks rising up from some of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Go. Just keep going.
You burst through the main part of the clearing, where the council had once sat, and you do see there are many trees that are actually aflame.
I don't have anything.
And you see
for that.
3 individuals who, one of them taking an arrow, shooting into the trees, shooting into the brush, and 2 others look like they have sacks and cages.
Do they
on their
notice
sides.
us?
I want you all to roll initiative.
Yeah.
Do they notice us? Because sneak attack.
They're looking around.
Natural 20.
17.
Plus
They-
2 technically be 22.
They don't notice, but everything is kind of happening in their eyes as they're looking around for all of their
I see that
quarry,
we
their
get the sneak
prey.
attack.
Sneak attack is different than
sneak attack.
than the other.
A surprise
We
one.
just get
Okay.
to go first.
Okay, so who goes first? Which so you
I
said
rolled a
20.
22.
Right.
17.
17 total.
You said there's 3 figures?
There are 3 figures.
Okay, so one of them's shooting up the arrows.
One of them
And you said
shooting
one of them's got like
arrows.
bags and crates.
Yeah, the other 2 are kind of like that.
So they're all humanoid.
They all look humanoid. They all look humanoid.
Oh,
Um,
humanoid, not necessarily humans.
you haven't gotten you haven't got a
Okay, I'm just making sure.
All right, Talavin, you have top initiative. What do you do? As you come into the clearing, you immediately see all of this happening. The other 3 are actually spread out. Do I have my? I do. I have one of my things with me. I have my board. Let me grab it really quick. As you wonder what it is that you are about to do.
What should I do? I feel like I should take out the guy that's shooting pixies down, right?
Sure.
I guess I won't use a. I guess I just use my centaur. How far away are they from us?
The clearing is about 60 feet around.
Oh, so they're 60 feet away from us?
No, the clearing from one side to the other is about 60 feet. So, Talavin, Nora, Zoo, Willends.
And how long did we say that my whip was?
It's probably around
It's a little bit. It's,
like 6 feet or so because it hangs. Oh wait,
no, my
your whip.
actual whip.
Your actual whip.
Because I kind of
It's
use that to
actually-
like either just like smack people with, but it can also like grab onto stuff
It can also grab
and like
onto stuff.
rip it from their hands, or I can just like Indiana Jones it and like grab it and like swing from stuff like Tarzan.
With the right.
But they haven't tried that.
Your whip. It does have reach. I'd say you could probably reach 15 to 20 feet.
I'm gonna see.
So it doesn't actually say how long the whip is, but I imagine it's a reach kind of weapon.
Okay.
So pretty much all the fairies are in the trees.
Some of them are actually flying around.
Oh, okay. None of them are on the ground though.
You don't see any of them on the ground.
Okay, good. I'm gonna do more squishy space.
I know, but the ones that they shoot them with arrows might be on the ground.
All right. Can you guys see this?
And like, what if there's some in the crates in the back?
You guys all enter the main part of the clearing from down here. There's one over here, there's an archer over here, and then there are 2 others.
Alright, how
on this
far away
side.
am I from the archer?
You are you are about that 60 feet. As you are just coming into the clearing, and the clearing is about 60 feet across. So you're about 60 feet away. If you were to fire your crossbow, if you were to try it, you can use all of your movement and use your action to dash all the way up to them.
I could dash 60 feet?
If you use you wouldn't be able to attack, but you could get right up in their face.
Okay, I want to do that.
Alright, Talavin, you take off running, charging.
Does that include my bonus action?
It does not include your bonus action. So,
Can I pull my... Can I just say that I already have my blades out? Because I was going to do Blood Curse of the Marked.
okay, yeah, that's a bonus action. You can definitely do that. So
going-
as a mark of preparation, you take that moment and you concentrate. This is your quarry. This is the person you're going after.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to do that. And yeah, so that means I have to... Well, so, okay, does that...
If you amplify it, you
Yes.
get advantage on your attack.
I want to amplify it as well.
You don't get any attacks this round, so you can
That's fine.
you can prep for the amplification.
Okay, so that does mean I have to cut myself, which means I have to... Oh, myself.
Actually, I think you do have to attack that round in order for you to have advantage. So,
It just says next attack has advantage. It doesn't say I have to attack.
oh, just next attack on that individual has advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Simple enough. You go ahead and
Which one do I roll for?
a D4 is your prep die.
Oh, I take 3 damage.
Ouch.
It's kind of a lot.
You take that moment, and as you're running, you use the edge of your double-handed scimitar and just jam it, a quick jab into the top of your leg.
Probably the same spot as I did earlier.
Which is
Hurts
unfortunate.
so bad.
Which is unfortunate as you sprint forward, and now you're right up in their face, and you have this individual who you can now see is female, this female human, and you have marked her.
I whisper in their face.
Next in initiative is actually her. She.
Oh, okay. That sucks.
She,
Stop
in that
it.
moment,
Yeah.
seeing you rush up to her suddenly, she doesn't want to. She is instead just going to try and take a single shot.
Okay.
Actually, no, since you're rushing up on her, she'll go ahead and take the disadvantage and try and multi-attack against you.
Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay.
So even with
12.
the heads
Does a
up-
12 hit you? The first shot, as you're rushing up on her, and it goes by your ear, lodges into one of the trees. The next one, 9,
Nope.
takes
I'm too close.
shoots the other one as you are now right up in her space. She looks slightly concerned, but she's already getting ready to knock another arrow. That ends her turn. It is now Zoom's turn. He, not entirely sure what to do, looks around and darts behind you, Nora, for the one in the far corner over here.
Okay. And those 2 are.
What are they doing?
It looks like they are trying to gather. It looks like they're trying to capture and gather.
Okay.
You see one of them has a torch, and then the other one has the cages and the sacks.
Okay.
Zoom darts around you. Actually, he'd probably be right here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but he darts forward off behind your shoulder, and he takes a single shot, as that's all he can do at the moment. fails.
Zoom fails.
As he takes his own arrow and the fanatic just kind of dodges over to the side and kind of looks at him, eyes kind of gleam for a moment.
Is it another spindly?
It doesn't. Well, you're focused somewhere else.
Okay.
You are focused somewhere else. Nora, it is your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I guess I'll take the last one that hasn't been engaged yet.
Okay.
I'm going to get within 30 feet of it
Okay.
and cast Suggestion,
1, 2,
which is a
3,
wisdom
4,
save,
6.
or a wisdom check.
You want to be 30 feet away, or just
The
get within
spell-
30 feet?
This spell is 30 feet range, so I'll get.
Do you want to use your full movement?
I'll use my full movement. How close does that put me?
4, 5, 6. That puts you within 15 feet of him.
Okay, that's good. I'm going to cast Suggestion.
Okay.
It's a wisdom save.
Technically, that's cocked. Wisdom 11 fails.
Yes. Okay.
What do you suggest? It's usually it's some kind of like one word command, I think, isn't it? Oh no, wait, that's command.
I get to kind of suggest something like a sentence.
Yeah, I think that is what it is.
Yeah. I'll wait till you check because I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Just double check.
But I'm pretty sure it is just like a thingy.
You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two, and it's concentration for up to 8 hours. So, yeah, he can be your friend for up to 8 hours possibly.
Say, wouldn't you
Maybe try to keep him alive.
Wouldn't you rather fight your comrade? Weren't they mean to you earlier? You should fight them.
Looks slightly confused as the spell sets in.
Oh God. You should have just said you should have tied yourself up so then...
No, he's gonna fight for us.
I know, but he might die and we could get
So?
information out of him.
Just don't want to die.
In the meantime, the other one is actually going to...
I can't believe that worked.
Oh, yeah, this one against Zoom. He's going to cast Inflict Wounds on Zoom.
Aww. But he just healed up.
Poor
He
baby.
still has
He always takes the
scars.
most. Damn it.
He's like a poor dog.
Oh wait, hang on. 1,
But his armor class went up.
5. He can't get within range.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, he would be 5 feet away, so he's actually not going to do that.
No, you already tried. No, I'm just kidding.
That's
What are
okay.
you like?
If medicine
Padme
played that.
over there?
Huh?
You like Padme?
Oh, I just twisted it in the back.
Like Padme does?
It can helps control my hand. I like
Can't
it.
do that. It's too short. See?
Instead, he's going to try and command him.
Oh.
Oh no!
Zoom has to make a wisdom
So what is
saving
he?
throw.
That means he's probably like a World War II. Right?
Zoom fails.
No!
Oh,
So
no.
it's just a swap.
He looks and points to you, and Talavin says, "Kill."
No, not
Zoom,
you,
in this moment, his eyes glaze over. And he just kind of looks in your direction as
But is
he's
that his
as he's
turn?
knocking the next arrow. But that's gotta be his turn.
That guy has to die now. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yes, he does. Well, you're about to get help on your dude.
I'm gonna double check one thing.
Just swapped. We traded Zoom for someone else's ally.
Yeah, some little spindly man. He about to have a weapon.
Hey, at least you stopped him from.
It only lasts one round, so at the end of Zoom's next turn,
It'll go away.
it should go away.
That's not bad.
So just
I
have to
think.
dodge an arrow.
Oh, he's
Great.
just gonna beat himself up again, though.
I know. We just won't tell him about it.
Oh no.
No, he won't. He'll just be like, I don't know what you're talking about. You were shooting an arrow at her and you just... I don't know what happened.
There's one round. Okay, so that is its turn. The other one, looking at his once companion, just starts walking up, sauntering up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. gets right up next to you. You watch this guy just walking up, and he's going to try and cast command on her.
On the girl?
Girl.
Oh, man.
No, but this is for our side.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to kill her. This sucks.
Yeah. She succeeds as he's like, stop. He's walking up. She just looks at him like, what's wrong with you? That's the end of his turn. Talavin, it's your turn. What do you do?
What about Talal? He didn't get to turn?
Oh, wait, I know. I'm gonna show you that.
Well, he's last
Well, you can just be last.
You can't be worse than a woman.
Oh. Your dude got the one.
All of my guys get ones when it comes to initiative.
It's good for us.
Because he's on my shoulder.
Yeah, he's on your shoulder. At the moment, he's a little bit surprised that you rushed up to this person and he wasn't sure what to do.
Yeah. Oops.
As the arrow went past you, actually heard him kind of like duck down and like grab on partially to your hair and partially onto the side of your armor. Looking a little bit bewildered, so he has something in mind for next time. But Talavin, it's your turn. What do you do? You are right up next to her now.
And as your bonus action already...
You've used your bonus... You have a bonus action and action and movement.
Okay, so as my bonus action, I also want to enact my Rite of Storm.
You grip your blade and one of the blades just lights up with electric energy. As you spin it around, what do you do?
Just like cut down on her, like from like top of her shoulder down.
Top of the shoulder down. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, you mean attack?
Yeah. They have that. Are you adding the right numbers?
It's an 8.
You swing down, and in that moment she dodges over to the side. Your blade lands and kind of embeds in the ground, and you yank it up, and you're just staring at her now. It is now her turn. She looks behind and sees you, Nora, and seeing that you were the one who commanded her companion, she's going to make a single longbow attack at you.
Okay.
17.
Oh, it hits.
Oh, damn.
My armor class is 17, so...
I think you're zoomed to the sun.
So you dealt 11 points of piercing damage. As you feel the arrow make an impact into your shoulder. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw because you are currently concentrating on the spell.
8.
8. It's not enough. The suggestion spell fades, and the guy looks. Sorry. Kind of shies away like, oh no, what if I do that? That ends her turn. It's Zoom's turn, and he is now going to take an attack on you.
And okay, so like, I don't even know he's doing this, do I?
You don't even know. You don't see him behind. He takes his arrow, and in that moment, as you yank up, you look around at your companions, and you see him with an arrow trained on you, and you make eye contact. And in that brief moment, he falters, fighting the spell, and using what little will he has, manages to... It goes wide and lands right next to the archer.
Oh, next to the archer.
But that is the entirety of his turn. Nora, it's your turn. What do you do?
Okay, so I am still pretty far away. I can use my 30-foot speed.
Yes, you have 30 feet of movement.
Wait a second. Talavin's right there, isn't she?
Please don't impale me with spikes.
No, I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna do the Eldritch Blast, but okay.
You can technically fuck with them.
I don't think it's a radius thing.
Yeah, it's not. You can hit somebody with that.
I don't think Eldritch Blast is a Eldritch Blast.
That's okay. I'm not gonna make that. I'm going to run out and use my sword. My long sword. Just plain attack.
5, 10.
Even though.
We need to keep on them these on whatever information.
20. Okay, so you can get right up to who you're aiming for. The one you tried to enchant.
Yeah. Can I, as a bonus action, can I pull out the arrow So I don't have like this.
I consider that a free action.
Oh, okay.
You yank it out and you feel it stinging beneath your skin. You're definitely going to have to take care of that later.
I got a 9 to hit.
9 total?
Yeah. That's my
Unfortunately, no. You take a swing.
My arm hurts too much.
Yeah, you take a swing. It just misses. It is Talal. He kind of looks and he's like, takes a vial out. He takes a second. He's going to try and hit your sword with it. The other side of your sword. That hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
He takes a vial and kind of almost using your hair in that moment, kind of leans out, tangling his hair, and he throws it down, and you hear a break, and you just see this same black ooze just dripping down the edge of your blade. And he's like, "You better hit." As he ducks
better hit! Oh no!
As he pulls himself back under cover. The one over in the corner is going to get closer to Zoom.
Oh. But he's not grappled anymore.
30. He's going to try and get. Actually, no. He sees everybody over here, and he's going to try and get away from Zoom. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to spend his whole movement getting right up next to the fray.
Okay, so he's getting closer to us and away from Zoom.
Yeah, he's getting away from Zoom.
Okay.
And in that moment, he is going to cast command on. On you.
Oh, thank God.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Natural 20.
You hear him say,
No.
"Stab her," and you just look at him. Really?
No.
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 That ends his turn, and the other guy, who's in melee with you, goes and tries to cast inflict wounds.
On me?
On you.
Yeah, on inflict wounds. So he's going to make a melee spell attack as he goes to touch you. 18.
That hits.
Damn, you're getting the most beat up today.
That's karma from last time.
Maybe a little.
5, 9, 18 points of necrotic damage.
Wait a second, doesn't that enact your fairies?
It does.
Because it's more than 15.
Yes!
It does. As he touches you, you feel this necrotic energy just seep into your body. You can see these black veins crawl up your neck as you gasp for air. And in that moment, he's touching you right on your chest, and you're like, "That's very rude."
Yes!
And now there is a
Now there's fairies! More.
yeah, all sorts of small spectral fairies launch out, peeling off of your armor and flying around. What's the radius on that?
I don't have radius.
It should be like 15 feet.
I just know it's a 3d8. I will write it down whenever you tell me.
You should.
I didn't know last time. I've only used them one other time with the crocodile.
If we hadn't had it, then
We would have died.
We'd be dead.
Okay, they last 15 feet. So
Radius. So it means they can go 15 feet on either side of me.
yes.
Okay.
So
Haha!
yep. And any creature that starts its turn in this takes the damage.
Oh, so both of them get damage.
Wow!
Right. You designate any number of creatures to be unaffected by it. They must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they take 3d8 necrotic or radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
If they are good or neutral, and 3d8 necrotic if they're evil. Okay, so they have to make a wisdom save. Wisdom. So that, Nora, is your turn.
Anytime we
Oh,
get
wait,
the
no,
bell,
no,
just
that was
stab
his
it.
turn.
That was his turn. So that was the first one as he did
anytime
that,
we're
and
about
then
to lose, I'm
the
gonna get
second
you
one
15 points
is this. So
back.
Talavin, it is your turn. Back to the top of the round.
Okay. So I'm gonna aim for her again. So he hit my bottom one, right?
Right.
So
The one that's
then
not
I'm
lit
just
up with
going.
electricity.
So then I'm just going to like, instead of slicing down, I'm gonna just slice back upwards.
All right, you go to see if you hit.
$21.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is a 2d4. No, it's only one. So 5, 8
8 points.
of slashing damage.
All right.
Plus whatever he does, which is probably death.
As you slice up, it carves into her body, and you can watch as the black ooze starts to seep into her body. It won't take effect until next round,
That's okay.
but you see it entering her body, and you've seen something very similar to this before, and you cannot wait to see what happens. In the meantime, she sees how close she is to everyone, and is not very happy about it, so she's actually going to back up. At first, she has to make a wisdom saving throw in order to, for your spiritual guardian. That's a natural 20,
No.
so she only takes half as much damage.
Let's see, half damage.
And because she's moving away, actually she's only in melee with you right now, Talavin. So you get an attack of opportunity as she goes to back away from you.
Okay.
If that's how you want to spend your reaction.
Oh, actually, so do I get a reaction?
If she didn't deal damage to you.
Okay, so I can't use
That one is if you are dealt damage, that's when you get to use that as a reaction.
I want to use it so bad. Okay, then I guess I'll just. Well, I know she's about to die, so. Is she going to try to attack anybody? Like, or is she just stepping away?
She's using her movement to get away so that she doesn't take disadvantage.
Okay, I'm gonna hit her again.
Okay, go to hit her again. And
I'm gonna say that like I swiped up, and then I'm just about to swipe
you didn't
back
roll with
down.
advantage whenever you tried to hit her. You spent a Hemocraft die. You damaged yourself in order to get advantage on her next attack.
Oh yeah, I did. I didn't really.
We're just practicing.
Yeah.
I know. Well, I mean,
keep track.
okay.
I got 17 total damage.
Can I get the advantage on this one?
She got 17 from
Total. I didn't have it.
Oh, 7. Okay.
Do I get the advantage on this one?
Sure. I'll say for aesthetic purposes, you should have been able to get advantage on the last one, but
18.
18. That hits. Roll damage.
Nice.
Eight again. Oh, that's with the. Okay, now because I sliced up, so I'm just gonna slice back down
Yeah.
with the same side. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
as
use
you-
the lightning side.
As she kind of stumbles backs away, she's going to try and now take a multi-attack on you because she is having enough of all of this. Both attacks. Ooh, 2 natural 17s.
Those both hit.
Ouch.
You take 8 points of piercing damage and 11 points of piercing damage.
That's a lot.
So 8, and 11, so that's 19 total points of piercing damage. She's backing away, feeling a little bit nauseated. She knocks an arrow. They land both in your shoulders, Boromir style, as you feel the breath just kind of knock out of you as she kind of stumbles back. You can see more of that black ichor just oozing into the wound that you left on her chest.
I'm just gonna continue to smile at her, honestly. I know she's a goner.
Alright, it is Zoom's turn. Seeing the other guy trying to go away, and he just heard him say, stab her from the one guy. He's like, shakes his head, and in a fury, he knocks another arrow. He goes to hit, and he does.
Yes.
It only glances at the guy's neck. It kind of cuts the back knee. glares
That
at
doesn't
Zoom
feel
as
good.
he's across the way.
Like a paper cut across the back of your neck. Ugh.
That should do like 50
the other
points of
one.
damage.
The other one, has to make a wisdom saving throw. What's your DC again? It doesn't matter. You roll a 10.
Wisdom to see.
Yeah, your spell save DC for your spiritual guardian.
Gotcha.
Go ahead and roll damage for that.
Okay, so he failed.
He
takes
failed.
full damage.
He does take full damage.
He's going to die.
18.
18. Yowza.
This is for stabbing me. Oh wait, no, he didn't
He
actually stab me.
didn't. Well, no, he did inflict wounds on you.
It's for inflicting wounds on me.
Hey. Pa pa pa. Alright. Good stuff. The other guy, so seeing this, he looks all of a sudden seeing both of you. He takes a dagger out of his side and he's going to try and just shank you. He sees that you're
Me?
he sees that you're a little bit shaky. That's a natural one. He accidentally cuts his own palm as he lunges forward. He kind of cuts his own palm and
sadly.
tink, it lands against your armor and you just tilt your head as he's like. Top of the round, Talavin, it's your turn. What do you do? And actually, I need you both to make a perception check in this moment.
Oh no. There's another one. 14.
22.
14 and 22. Talavin, you notice as you are smiling at the archer, off in the shadows you see a fourth.
Yeah.
Standing quietly, saying nothing, doing nothing.
Okay.
Back here.
About how far away is he from me?
About how far away? Probably 40 to 50 feet.
Okay. I'm going to...
Hood up, mask on face. You can't make any, everything else is just kind of covered in shadow.
Arms of Hadar.
Arms of Hadar, where?
At him.
At
It's
him.
Mr. Hoodie.
Let's see, because that one, the archer's gonna
Let me
die.
double check. Because that's a 60 foot, right?
I did not, I don't have that written down.
It's only a 10-foot radius around you.
Damn, that's stupid. Okay, I'm gonna write that down on arms.
Yeah. I need multiple player handbooks.
Yeah, I know.
So I wanted to have
So you said it's
sponsored.
a... What radius around me?
10-foot radius around your body.
10 foot.
It's not like you point in a direction
Okay.
and it just goes there.
Okay, then I'm going
But I didn't see
to
it. Okay.
hold my... Because they're together.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna hold it in one hand, I'm gonna pull out my crossbow, and I'm just gonna...
At him?
At him.
Okay, roll to see if you hit him.
I feel like he's gonna have like super strong armor.
He's gonna be really strong.
Yeah,
He's
I
like
can feel
boss.
I'm kind of
He's
dying.
probably the magical one.
18.
18, that does hit roll damage.
Yay! Nice.
That was close, because it almost rolled onto 11. I was like, no, roll back on me. Oh, this is a 1d8. Okay, so not that one. Which one's this one?
Wait, is this a heavy crossbow or is this like a hand?
This is the crossbow that you gave me.
Yeah, we got it off of the burglars that we killed in our second round.
Okay. Because right now you're holding your two-handed sword, and you'd have, if you had a hand crossbow, you could drop it and pop. But these are bigger crossbows. This is like a two-handed weapon.
So could I just like stick my scimitar into the ground and then like pull it off my back and shoot him?
Make a dexterity check
Okay.
to see how swiftly you could do something like this.
I get to
Usually-
keep that attack though if I get this right. My
Yes.
attack. Okay.
If you manage to get it, then
23.
23, quick enough.
Nice.
You
Not the lightning end, but the other
with
end.
a quick toss as you whip it off of your side, and raise it as it lands in the ground. You
10. Piercing damage.
Nice.
Then you watch the bolt like land. Makes no move.
Oh shoot.
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good.
I'm in pain.
I'm in pain.
That was your turn. It is now the archer's turn. Looks around, sees both of you look hurt. Is going to make another attack at you.
Bro, she's not dead yet?
Oh wait, she's got to take her damage.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, she's dead.
She had the...
Kill that fool.
That is.
There's no way she is sustaining all of this.
You remember that it took a couple of seconds for everything to enact whenever Talal put the poison initially in his body.
This is an open wound. I'm hitting her right across the heart.
It's been 6 seconds, and essentially the poison continues working and working and working. She took 20 points of poison damage off of the first round as it initially starts seizing part of her body. You can see there's just black veins just curling across her body.
Didn't I give her like 16 points of damage? I hit her with 2 8s. She done.
She's hardy.
Wait, she takes damage because of it's her turn.
Is she out of range?
She's out of range of
Shoot,
your circle.
you're right.
She dodged out.
forgot.
She saw the situation, she didn't like it, and she backed up, taking the attack of opportunity. So after this, she takes a shot at you, Talavin.
No.
Fuck.
Can't the fairies do anything to help? Or
Many of them are flying around, panicked, and as they see you rising to the occasion, some of them look like they don't know.
Bro, give me some healing hands. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing over here?
16. Does that hit you?
A 15.
Oh.
You take 9 points of piercing damage as she raises her arrow and just kind of gives you this little bit of a smirk and...
I'm gonna say I'm still smiling at her though, because I know she's about to end very painfully. I don't care.
You can see she's gasping for air as she takes the shot and... Are you down?
No.
You're still up?
I'm still up.
There you go. This one hits you.
If it was before, I would be down.
You feel it enter one side and come through the other. That is in. Zoom sees the other guy, takes another shot. He's not happy that
Is he seeing the shadow guy or the dude that commanded him?
No, the dude that commanded him. He misses as he shoots against.
How did he get it?
The other guy, as he looks like he's getting ready to go to the person in the shadows.
This man's like a super strong warlock.
As he dodges around, he pivots on one foot and throws Zoom off. It lands in the ground right at his foot, and he just kind of gives it a smirk. Nora, it's your turn. What do you do?
Okay, so the one dude that put the inflict wounds on me, he's still there.
He's standing so pretty right in front of you.
Wait a second. Just a quick question, DM. So as a reaction to getting damage, can I get a hellish rebuke on people?
Depending on the range, yes.
What's the range on that?
Well...
So like, she just hit me with that arrow, but I could have hellish rebuked her?
Yes. You could use that... Well...
Because it's technically a reaction.
Your reaction was recharged, so yes.
So I could have done that, and I didn't know. That's stupid.
60 feet. She's within range. You can hellish rebuke her if you want.
Yes, I want the hellish rebuke the shit out of her.
She's about to go.
She has to make a dexterity saving throw. What's your DC?
My spell save DC is intelligence.
No, there's a number.
13.
13.
Wait.
14.
I'm resistant to necrotic damage.
Yeah, I thought I was too. I'm resistant to psychic, necrotic, and radiant damage.
Then you should make
It
sure
says
that
take
you
half
remind
damage.
me
I
because
know, but
Madison is tracking how many people.
I'm sorry, I
just
didn't know.
I'm just throwing it out there too, but just remind me that you're
Okay.
resistant to these things.
I will try.
Thank
I will
you.
try.
Okay. So I'm
roll 2d10 and have it.
Which one's the 10? This one?
I'm just gonna half the damage. Because it says resistant to necrotic radiant damage, half damage. So.
What?
I was given necrotic damage.
How much necrotic damage were you dealt?
18 points.
18 points. Okay, so you're resistant, so go ahead and add 9 back then.
Yeah.
11.
11. Okay. Okay. As you feel the arrows go through one side and out the other, you just exhale this growl. And in that moment, you watch she momentarily, spontaneously combusts as she is kind of trying to put out the fire. She's looking really rough.
She better hurry up and die. I don't want to turn around anymore. I don't like arrows.
Nora, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna use my sword on this dude.
Okay, use your sword on this dude.
Okay, I'm going to...
Eldritch Blast.
That is tilting.
It is tilting.
16 plus 6 is 22.
That hits, roll damage.
It's 1d8 plus 4. 6 damage.
Whew.
Spindly 2.0.
Yeah, he's looking rough. As he is standing there with his dagger,
I'm just like...
you look at him, you kind of cock your head, and with a quick whip of your sword, nearly cleave off his arm. You can hear some of the bone and tendon snap as his arm kind of goes limp. He's looking a little unhappy. Talal at this point kind of looks and sees what you're pointed at, and he pulls out another vial of something. He's like, I need to put this on something. He just says this to you, and he's holding his action to do this. It's not your turn yet, but on your turn you can choose kind of as a quick bonus action to do this.
Okay.
This guy over here doesn't want to get any closer. He sees how bad his buddies getting messed up by all of these quick spectral fairies that are just bombarding his face, and is instead going to run over to this one. Run over to the archer.
The archer.
No, the archer. That's as far as his movement will.
Okay, so where's the dude?
He's standing back here.
Okay.
He's standing kind of in the shadows. He's made no move. He still has that bolt hanging out of his shoulder. He's not made any move to undo it.
The one you have alive, so that we can interrogate him.
As he runs over, he actually has a healing potion and gives it to the archer.
No!
I'm about to shoot her with the crossbow.
And instead uses his action to kind of pop it in her mouth and feed it to her, because usually
I knew I should aim for him.
A potion is usually a bonus action, but to feed to someone else is an action.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then a normal is, I think, 2d4 plus 4, so 3,
It's a bonus
4,
action.
8. She heals 8 points.
Only 8 points?
It's a minor healing potion.
What about the one that I have?
Which one do you have?
Well, I don't.
We
I
just
just
got
put
minor, I think.
the minor ones?
Yeah, it's the one we got from the...
It's a simple. It's probably the simple one. It's probably not a
Because
great
it was like
superior.
50 gold or 20.
Something like that. It was like
Nice and dirt cheap. In the meantime, the other so that one was that guy's turn. The guy who's there, he needs to make another wisdom save, and he fails. Go ahead and roll some more damage for this one.
$20 points of damage.
As you slice his arm, you watch as all of the radiant energy surrounding all of these fairies immediately bombard him, crawling up into his flesh as he... You hear him break from the inside and slump to the ground.
Alright, now we need to start heading towards...
Spindly 2.0 is dead.
Spindly 2.0.
Goodbye!
Yes, okay.
Oh wait, yeah, Zoom missed. That's his turn. He's dead. Talavin, it is your turn.
Okay.
You see, you two are both over here now.
How far away are those two?
About 30 feet.
Okay. So it would take my entire action to get close to them.
It would take all of your movement.
Okay, so I still have an action once
you
I
have
get to
you have
them.
movement, action, bonus action, and you on off your turn you get a reaction.
Okay.
If it
I
presents
am
itself.
going to put my crossbow back, and I'm going to pull my sword out. I'm going to start running towards them.
Okay.
And as my bonus action, I'm going to lift part of my blade up towards Talel because he said that he was going to put something on it, not the electricity side, the other side.
Okay.
And
you
then
hear another vial. I'm gonna break against the edge of the blade. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, yes.
And I'm going to. This archer's I'm not putting up with her shit. I'm gonna cut her again.
You're gonna cut her again. So you rush up, hearing this sound of glass breaking.
But I'm gonna hit her with
down.
my lightning side.
Okay.
Since technically I'm kind of holding it like this.
Mm-hmm.
It would be easier to just for now.
Yeah, you can see this particular substance now is not black. It's this kind of translucent blue that's dripping off of the edge of his blade now.
Okay.
Wow.
Alright, so I'm gonna do. Oof. I'm gonna miss.
It's kind of it's 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
11 to hit. That misses. As you rush forward and swing, the other guy, the other one who's standing nearby, kind of knocks the blade with his hand. It kind of cuts his palm as he knocks it out of the way. As you swing, and it just misses her.
Okay. I don't have anything else to do that close.
Alright.
So what do I do?
Seeing this, she's gonna take a disadvantage and try and shoot your leg. She's gonna aim for your knee this time.
Fucking shit.
Oh, she has to take a disadvantage, but it's a natural 20 and an 8. So I'm guessing a 14 does not hit you.
I got one up
You
in my
just-
armor class.
Nice.
She aims down at your knee, and as she fires, as you rush up, the bottle thrust out of her mouth. You feel it right by your knee, and you just like
No cigar neat.
Zoom begins running forward in hopes.
We're gonna have to teach him some like sword stuff.
He's a really good archer.
I know, but he's gonna have to be good at close combat as well.
It's the way he knows.
He's gonna learn.
He rushes forward and takes an aim at the other one, who's still the one that's kind of hunched over with the hood over his head.
The one that just fed her the healing potion.
He still looks pretty okay, so he's gonna take a shot at him. It's cocked. Just barely hits as he rushes forward, and he actually kneels and. Ooh, 8 plus numbers.
You finally hit.
He did it! He did a good job!
Okay, so the one thing.
And that's gonna be the other issue.
And I would see this dude by now, right? Because he's come out.
No, he hasn't moved.
He hasn't moved at all.
I thought he moved forward to feed the girl the potion.
No, the dude that like commanded Zoom, he's the one that fed the girl the potion.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
The other guy is back here, and you're over here.
I'm far
You haven't
away.
seen him. You're starting to see more. He's all black, wearing black gloves, just concealed completely, mask over his face.
Yikes.
It's gonna be someone you know, isn't it?
That in Zoom's turn. Nora, it's your turn. What do you do?
Okay, I'm gonna run up. I
Okay.
can use my full 30.
Yes.
To get close and attack?
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you can get.
I can get close enough to use my sword.
You actually can't get close enough to use your sword, but you can get close enough for your spectral areas
Yay!
to actually have some kind of impact on them.
So I could either do a spell or how close? Talavin is really close to them.
And I'm like up on them.
Okay, so I can't do my spiky spikes.
No.
It would be ill-advised.
Please don't do that.
Ha! I will do. Yeah, I could either do a spell. Man, I want to do the dude in the back, but like, I don't.
You can make a perception. You can make a perception check and notice him because right at this point you haven't noticed him.
Oh.
The only one who's noticed him is Talavin.
Well, I probably still don't see him. I got 12.
And 12, you notice there's something glistening back there, and and you saw Talavin shoot there earlier, and you're beginning to wonder, is there something there? Maybe there is, and you're not sure. So all of you are kind of clustered over here now, chasing them essentially out of the camp.
So I'll go after the other dude with,
Question, DM.
Answer.
So obviously the one dude that is now dead, his bags and crates are still over by where he was.
You saw
Left unattended.
The moment he fell, the sack that he was kind of holding in one hand just opens up, and you see a bunch of sprites just pouring out.
Okay, and then what about Yieldy Hunchy dude?
He just has a couple cages on his side.
Okay, but you said they had bags and crates. So did he leave stuff
Bags
behind?
and cages. Bags and cages. Yeah, there you can see there are some.
But they're
mismatched belongings.
left behind.
They're
now.
left behind. Yeah.
Okay.
It looks like they stopped.
But he
what
has
they
a
were
couple
doing to
crates.
deal with.
Can I tell? Oh, I'm like right on top of him, so like.
He's not carrying the crates. They're kind of over to the side. It looks like as they kind of rushed forward.
Do they have sprites in them?
You have to do a perception check on your turn.
Oh, on my.
Because right now it's her turn.
yes. So can I switch
You're
to
still in combat.
my crossbow real quick? Like what she did. I know sometimes switching weapons mid-battle is ill-advised.
In order for you would.
Because usually it takes like an action to switch
You
weapons.
could.
She let me
But-
sort of do it as like a bonus action.
Okay. If you moved here instead.
Because I can only cast 2 spells per rest, so I'm gonna save my other spell.
You also have those other things, you know.
What spell did you use? Oh.
What other things?
Your other contract thing, your contract ability, your other pact, other thing.
The tone
Right?
pack?
Yeah. No, there's something else that you get to use. If you did this, you'd have a clear shot at him. So instead of running up next to Talavin, you could
Okay, and they're still in range of my little circle.
Yeah, and they're still within range. That would be the only way. They're just barely in the circle.
Okay, good. I'm going to, use my crossbow.
Use your crossbow.
Attack!
Because you're not in melee, you are not at disadvantage.
It's a 9.
9. You go over to the side and you aim, and he's kind of quick. He's darting around a little bit, and you go to aim for his side, and he just kind of it hits part of the cage, and the cage falls, and doesn't damage the contents.
Okay. Woo.
Ah!
Hey, look, you hit something good, so like I'll take it.
That works.
So he does not take damage, but along his belt, he managed to basically sever his belt.
Well, that was really good for a 9.
Yeah. That is your turn. Talel, who has kind of been dragged the entire way, is not sure, and pulls out another vial, and he's like, ready when you are. And he's bracing. He has another vial of something.
Is he gonna put another something on my sword?
He's waiting for it, so whenever you take your turn, he can try and do something.
Okay.
Potentially, because right now he doesn't have a whole lot
How
of
rough
it.
is this chick looking? Do I need to
She's-
continue to
she
focus
looks-
on her?
She looks rough.
Is she still taking
You
poison
should just
damage?
go ahead and do it.
She will on her turn.
I'm gonna let her do her. I'm going for little hunchy man over here because if he gives her another healing potion, I'm gonna kick his ass.
Okay.
You can do it.
Lightning sigh. No. Okay, that didn't really work. So I kind of like went to like jam and he kind of like hit it.
Yeah, he darted forward as she was finishing the potion. He smacked your blade off the side.
Well, I'm just gonna go with that motion and I'm just gonna like downward swing onto him on the side that whatever Talel put on my sword, that blue stuff.
Okay, you take it and swing and cut down on him. Go ahead and roll the attack.
8.
Misses. As you follow through with that motion, spinning it like a staff, it swifts by and lands in the ground right at his foot as he steps out of the way. They're on the retreat, but the blue substance is embedded in the ground, and you watch it light up the ground.
Damn! It was gonna be cool. I'm sorry, Thalel.
You hear him go, shoot.
I'm just gonna be like, sorry.
But he can't really do anything. The one you saw do that actually rushes you and lays his hand on you and tries to cast Inflict Wounds.
That's not good.
But that's necrotic damage, so you only take half.
I need you to, he has to roll to hit you.
I only have 8 hit points.
That's a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
I'm not to be unconscious.
10, 9, 19. You're dealt 28 points.
Is that halved?
It is halved. 28 to 14 points of necrotic damage as he thrusts, and he actually grabs at your throat, and you just feel this, and you feel yourself fading to unconsciousness.
Oh, fuck me.
So you're only at 0.
Only at 0. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't get negative hit points.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Your vision darkens, and as he drops you, Nora, you see this, and he actually has to make
Just write the
save
0.
against
Yes,
you.
he's gonna get damage.
What's your save?
My spell save is 14.
He just makes it. Roll damage.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he succeeds, but he'll take half.
12. So he takes 6 points of damage.
Oh, 12.
12 total, yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. The spectral face begin kind of bombarding the side of his head. He's still standing though.
No!
Did I forget Zoom? I forgot poor Zoom. He was holding his attack and fires at the guy who he just watched inflict wounds on you. Misses.
Come on,
Zoom! You did so good against the crocodile!
Why?
This is where we really need you!
This guy, he watches you drop, and his just begins shaking. You can see his face contorts in anger as he fires, and it just goes past. He's distracted. He's trying. He's trying so hard,
Zoom,
guys.
Zoom.
And back at the top of the round, Talavin, I need you to make a death saving throw for me. Better hope you don't get a 1.
Fucking 5!
That's 1 failure.
No!
The archer, who sees you collapsed there on the ground, takes her arrow.
How dare you! How is she not dead?
She's still at Oh no, wait, it's a single roll.
Because I'm technically at disadvantage.
Oh no, wait. She's got a save against
Just to
her.
take my fairy damage too. I don't know if
Oh,
that
that's
comes
right, she
before.
does.
Is it before?
She's got necrotic damage going on, fairy damage going on. This bitch is dead. How is she still standing? She had like 60 hit points. She's just a normal ass little bitch.
16 total.
16. As she raises her bow, you can watch parts of her body.
Finally! Gosh. And then she
Bless you.
sneezes.
Sorry.
And then she sneezes and her whole body just...
As she does this, Nora, you see this, and you focus all of your concentration, all of the fae float, the spectral fae flying around you. You're gonna bombard her. She staggers, and you watch her chest disintegrate. She can't breathe. Her lungs are ash. The rest of her body slowly disintegrating.
Wow.
She half-heartedly lets it go, and it falls from as she collapses on the ground, and she is no more. This brings it to Zoom. Seeing this, he's going to take another shot at What's his face? Hits!
Oh my god! I totally
He's still barely standing. As Zoom sees this, he begins just stepping forward. It lands in his other shoulder. Seeing this, it's now his turn. Oh, Talal fell with you. Oh, he takes a little bit of fall damage.
Oh, I mean, he was in my hair, on my shoulder like that. I just fell backwards.
You realize that essentially for something that's 5 inches.
He can cushion his fall with my hair.
That has a couple hit points.
He takes 6 points of bludgeoning damage whenever he falls and hits the ground.
The poor baby.
Because the wind is knocked out of him, and he's technically prone on the ground with you. But that's about all.
But I mean, nobody's really seen him, have we?
No, but
At the moment, there are other concerns.
Okay.
The other guy is
Takes
still.
fairy damage.
Before that happens, you now see that figure standing in the back.
Oh.
Raises his hand.
No!
And with a quick snap of his fingers, the one who's about to attack you, about to take all of this damage, and he falls back with an arrow lodged in his spine.
He killed his own dude.
He gives a nod. Starts walking away.
He starts walking?
He starts walking away. He turns.
Oh, and I fucking nailed this man? Look, it's not my fault, okay? I don't like creepy dudes with masks.
He's walking. He's not bamfing.
He's not bamfing. He just gives you a nod. And actually, make a quick dexterity check.
21.
You see something come at you. Toss in the air. Instinctually, you go to hit it, but you see it's a potion. Your hand grabs it.
I hit him.
It's a
I feel
healing
so
potion.
bad.
You look at it, you breathe in, you smell it, and he's just walking away.
Damn.
What?
I'm so fucking confused right now.
You now have a
I don't like
potion.
shadowy men.
Talavin, I need you to make another death saving throw.
Wait.
Man. Is that leaning? It's not. I die.
What
That's
is
a
it?
1.
It's a 1.
Shoot!
Make a dexterity check.
I was gonna.
Make a dexterity check. 17. You watch as the life begins fading out of your cousin. You see the vial in your hand, and you just shove it into her mouth, and you heal.
I got a 1. Like, it's kind of in the corner, but it's not leaning.
Oh. That was so close.
Yeah, I almost died. I was gonna quit. I was so pissed. I was like, no, I'm done.
Because that counts as
2. That would have been
passes.
3.
You're immediately healed 28 hit points.
28.
Damn, I'm feeling fresh, guys.
As you begin seeing lights. You begin seeing that lake once again. And you felt yourself drifting into the sky. Before you...
Boom!
You were gone.
Bro, I just met my new deity. I was about to be like, I want to disturb you, but only for a little while.
You gag as you feel glass just shoved in your mouth. Nora kind of crouched over you, looking at you. You are sore and hurt.
I do healing
Is the
hands
dude-
on myself. 3 more points.
Is the dude completely gone?
You look back up and you don't see him. Doesn't mean he's not nearby.
Can
it
I
just
kinda
means that
like-
you look around and you see him. Okay, yeah, you
And
take
then-
off running. You have that moment with your cousin. As you look, sees her. You are very lucky that she rolled high on that dexterity saving throw.
That's so good.
My love.
Okay. Okay,
go after him.
Your limbs are cold and you feel like you have been touched by death itself.
Because you are. I'm just gonna lay there for a minute.
This is also why it's important to remember what damage you're being dealt, because if you had the necrotic damage that I was having and all sorts of other stuff. That's good stuff.
I'm gonna remember next time.
I don't want to kill you.
It's the
Help
first
me
time
help
that
you.
That we've
You take off running in the woods. I need you to make a perception check for me.
Okay, 18 plus 4 is 22.
You do see shadow figure walking further into the woods.
And they're completely covered. There's nothing. How big are they?
About 6 foot or so, a little bit taller than
Just
you.
one shadow or more than one?
Just one shadow. One single shadow. I mean, you can't make out a whole lot of details because a lot of every bit of this individual is covered. And you see raise his hand, just yank the bolt, and just holding it as he continues walking into the woods.
I can't just let him go! But you're down.
I'm fine now. I'm at like 31 hit points. I'm fine.
You come back to consciousness and you look and you watch as your cousin runs off into the woods. After that, you don't see the shadowy figure. You see her running in that direction.
I'm gonna get up and run after her.
You stagger, your limbs are cold, your entire body
And I'm gonna
is
grab.
shaking.
I probably dropped my javelin, so I'm gonna grab it as I
You did.
run.
You hear, Are
I'm
you
gonna be like,
alright?
just hold on.
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Scared me.
I'll be
As
fine.
you take off running after her.
Yikes.
Still walking. Just calm walking.
Keep following.
Are you following or are you running after him?
Yeah.
Well,
Because I'm
had to-
running after you.
I had to jog to like catch up to him, but now I'm like,
He's about 60 feet ahead of you. He's just walking into the woods. Not saying anything.
it's kind of like whenever you're out hiking and you're alone, but then you see someone.
And Talavin, you eventually catch up to her, just kind of shaking. Your whole body just feels cold and numb. And you see that the outline. As you see
And
where
I'm
her
like-
eyes are trained.
I'm like, what are you doing? Are you gonna attack him or not?
As he's walking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get closer.
The moment you get closer,
Oh, he's gone?
I'm gone.
Fucking weirdo. I'm just gonna kind of like,
So I guess it's undeniable he has like Arcana and stuff. So there's no.
You
some
hear
fucking strong
Talavin,
shit.
like, we need to get back. We need to make sure the others are alright, please.
And I'll turn around and I'll run. I'll dash though.
I'm gonna pause for a second and watch where he disappeared, and then slowly turn around and follow.
Okay. You don't see anything.
Okay.
You don't notice.
Cool.
And you head back. You come back and immediately as you all re-enter the clearing, you hear a couple people like being fluttering away. Some people are banging against the cages.
I start opening the cages.
Yeah, I'll start opening cages.
I guess I'll just use like, how are they tied?
There's a lock.
Oh, like a lock?
There's
Are these
a
like wooden crate? Like, come on.
Can we just break
They're
the cage?
metal. Little metal cages.
Okay, well,
Can we bend it?
slight, nope. Stealth, nope.
How do you break a metal cage?
I don't really think you can. You're gonna have to like unlock it. Okay, sleight of hand. I mine's only like a +3, but can I like try to?
Zoom comes over at this point, and he was just patting down the two people, or the three individuals. So while you all ran off into the woods,
Didn't
he
she
began
disintegrate?
working. Yeah, she's just ash right
Or
now.
clothes or something.
Her clothes are still there. It doesn't get rid of your clothes. Get rid, gets rid of the flesh.
I don't know.
And he has a few small keys. He can distribute.
Oh, he has keys. Okay.
He patted
That
down.
was smart.
I'm gonna
He patted
go
down
like
bodies.
open any sacks that are like tied up. Then.
Most of the sacks are empty. There are a couple times where you open and you see fly out. Welcome in the back of your mind.
Little shits.
Okay. So yeah, opening up all the cages and things. Crates and everything.
And you see now some of them are beginning to put out the different fires. Okay. Everybody.
I'm just gonna sit down for a minute. I'm gonna stick my sword on the ground. I'm just gonna be like, okay. That's it. And then I think I'm going to. I'll give myself 2 points of healing back. With my healing hands. That's what I do.
You all wait for about 10 minutes. Are you all taking a short rest?
Yeah, just gonna kind of like, after everybody's free, I'm just gonna, well, actually, I want to search the bodies for money.
Okay. You begin make an investigation check. You begin petting down the bodies.
Or just like anything. Anything
Yeah.
they have on them
Anything
worth
that's
my
left,
time. Investigation. 21.
21. Searching through their various belongings, you don't find any extra gold. You find some pieces of like crocodile teeth. You find some dried bits of what might have been, food at some point, but there's kind of like a little bit of mold crusting on the edges.
How many crocodile teeth?
Yeah, like three kind of jagged, gnarly looking ones that look like they've been sharpened to a point. You don't find any gold or any special valuables. You do see the one archer's bow is kind of there, and
Is it kind of nice?
that looks like it was well crafted, but you take a moment to inspect it. Doesn't seem overly special in any way.
I'll take it. How many arrows does she have?
She had 17 left.
17 left?
Mm-hmm.
Can I keep the 2 in my arm?
Are you going to try and remove them? You haven't tried to remove those. They're still like...
I was thinking about it and I just kind of like left them. So yeah, I'm like, Nora, come pull these out.
Out.
So can I have 19? And then she pulled one out of herself. Can I get that one too?
You take a look at the tips. You might not be able to look at the overall shaft of the wood. You can have the 17, and then you have the 3 question mark.
Okay, I'll just have the 17 then. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Those might splinter in your face.
It would be really interesting if you tried to fire with those again.
No, that's okay. I try not
I'm
to be
just
big
throwing it
dumb.
out there.
What about little Hunchy Man? What's he got on him?
That's among all of them. Whenever you searced all of their
These guys
bodies.
are
And
trash.
Zoom already had kind of patted them down. You can make an intelligence check and try and logic why that is, but
They're probably just little scumbags.
if you want.
No, I don't know anything.
What's your number?
2.
2?
It's like a 7.
You're not sure why. They're probably hid all of their stuff somewhere else. That or they're just too dirt poor.
I'm also going to drag all the bodies into the middle of the clearing.
Okay.
Can I light them on fire? Like, do you think that'd be a bad idea?
The middle of the clearing is where you had that meeting before.
Okay, so then I won't for now, but I am going to request that we burn these bodies. At some point.
Easy enough. At this point, as you all are kind of taking that moment, you short rest, after you search the bodies, you just kind of go over and sit. That was a little too close for comfort.
Little too close?
Little too close for
It
comfort.
was too close.
Yeah.
I died.
You were basically dead.
I was dead?
And it was her fast act that pulled you back.
I'm gonna kind of like
You
sit next to Nora, sit
a whole
down.
new character, man.
Yeah.
A whole new character.
I'd cried myself to sleep for like the next month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit down next to Nora and I'm just gonna kind of like lean my head on her shoulder and be like,
I'm
Thank you.
gonna pat you on the shoulder and give you the last. Wait, are you fully healed?
I have
You're
31 hit points.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Zoom comes over and he looks.
I'll be like, I'm feeling great.
Sure. You were dead. You were.
I
basically
feel
dead.
great now. I'll be like, come, join me, sit down.
I only got 2 hours of sleep too, so it's like